Rocking with pettyblog.com.
I can't be on the petty blog.
Petty.
So they already know that I'm dropping the tea. So let's get right into it, and in case you missed it, this happened on October 30th, but I think that based on recent events, it should definitely be re-looked into for sure. And now verbatim. A trio of friends visiting Mexico to celebrate the Day of the Dead were found dead in their Airbnb. Kandace Florence and Jordan Marshall, both 28 of Virginia Beach, Virginia, were staying at an Airbnb that they were renting along with Marshall's friend Courtez Hall of New Orleans. The group had traveled to Mexico for Dia de los Muertos, which is a holiday celebrated throughout the country on November 1st and 2nd. Kandace was on the phone with her boyfriend that day when she told him that she started to feel sick. Then the call dropped suddenly, so he contacted the Airbnb host and asked them to check on the group. But when authorities arrived, all three of them were already dead.
Authorities found Kandace, Jordan, and Jordan's friend Courtez Hall inside.
The General Attorney's Office in Mexico did not immediately respond for commentary at the time. Jordan Marshall's mother said that the lack of response from the U.S. Embassy was very disheartening. She also said that her son was a 12th grade English teacher at Rosenwald Collegiate High School in New Orleans and that he loved to travel. She said in his short 28 years that she could draw comfort from the fact that he did travel and that he did live a very, very full life. She added that as a parent, she worried about him traveling, but he usually traveled with groups of friends and she would tell him to stay together and stay vigilant, and that she never deterred him from living his best life and experiencing other cultures. He loved history, he loved to learn about the cuisine and culture and the people of other places, so she never wanted him to live in fear and not to experience life because of things that could happen.
We're just glad that, he did have that opportunity in his short time.
Courtez was a 7th grade teacher at Kip Memorial School in New Orleans, and Kandace had a candle company. And she would have been 29 on November 9, so she basically passed away about a week before her birthday. That's just crazy. Airbnb removed the listing and canceled all upcoming reservations at the residence the trio had rented as they investigated. An Airbnb spokesperson said, "This is a terrible tragedy, and our thoughts are with the families and loved ones as they grieve such an unimaginable loss. Our priority right now is supporting those impacted as the authorities investigate what happened, and we stand ready to assist with the inquiries however we can." And all in all, their deaths were ruled as carbon monoxide poisoning. And like I said in the beginning, there should definitely be a reinvestigation because there's no reason that 3 people who didn't even get to see 30 yet are gone due to carbon monoxide. And we did some quick investigation, and guess what? Airbnb actually asked for all their hosts to have smoke alarms and carbon monoxide alarms. Not only that, but they even provide it for free, as you can see on your screens. But let me say this, I did notice that Mexico law does not require apartments to have carbon monoxide detectors in their units, and this right here is where they were staying. As you can see, it was an apartment, so clearly it wasn't required. But being that Airbnb enforces it in the US, I don't think that's an excuse, because I feel like Mexico should be the same way. F what their law says, it should be required across the board for all Airbnbs, period, because I thought it was safety first. On top of that, isn't Mexico only a drive away from the US? So there's really no excuses. Go get your free carbon monoxide devices. What? Like, be for real, make it make sense. I feel like the families of these victims deserve justice. Like, Airbnb should be sued as well as the host or something, and I think that the Mexican law needs to be changed immediately, because as much Americans or gringos that spend their hard-earned money out there on a daily and choose Mexico as their vacation site, there's no reason that in return, Americans, and anybody for that matter, should not be protected by a device that only costs about $15. Like, be for real. These guests are spending thousands on thousands between the flights, rental, food, etc. So stop playing with their lives. Like, carbon monoxide is odorless, so it's a silent killer. So with that said, why not protect your guests with something that's so cheap that's going to save their lives? Like, make it make some sense. And for anybody watching this who likes to travel and vacation in Airbnb or whatever, we highly advise that you make sure your listing has a smoke alarm, a carbon monoxide detector, and all that. And for all of y'all who have one in your home, make sure it's not dead and that you change the batteries often. Shoot, I'm about to go check on mine right now. But rest in peace to these 3 souls who were just trying to live their lives and have fun, who were also impactful. You know, they were educators and an entrepreneur.
Was a creator and a force to be reckoned with.
And they should still be here. Justice for them.
They couldn't even get into the Airbnb to get his things.
His wallet, his laptop.
But what are your thoughts on this? We really want to know, so leave your thoughts below and like this video and share this content. And if it's your first time here, be sure to sub to this channel for more. And be sure to also hit that bell to join the notification gang. PetsyBlog.com signing out.